What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, episode 3 of the walkthrough, picking up here in the Pilgrims Perch. So we're actually ready to press forward with the zone. Now, moving forward here, there's two ways you can go. Now, I will say that if you go one way, it leads to both areas, but in my walkthroughs, I like to kind of show off each area you possibly could go so everyone knows we're not missing anything instead of just being like, oh, take my word for it. So moving left, you can get a lot of it, but if you actually went down here in Umbral, you can progress here to a little higher up section of where we're about to go and drop down and hit it all. But like I said, instead of just telling people to, just trust me, we're gonna, show off both paths so everyone knows we're not missing anything. And also, there are a few items this way you may miss unless you go all the way through. So because of that, we're just gonna go and take both paths. So what we want to do is clear all these guys out. Now, right up here to the left, you're going to see a ladder. That's going in that Pilgrim's Perch key door. So this is a very late game ladder. We're not going to worry about it for now. We're going to go and bust these, though. You get your faint figure skull. Make life a little bit easier. And we're going to do this a lot. We're, like, always going to be buffing up throughout this whole game. It's quite sad that we just can't. Even when we get a bunch of upgrades, it's always such strong enemies. We want to buff up and try and get, more holy or get that smite effect off. So, like I said, just kind of get used to it. We're going to be buffing up like all the time. We're always going to be buffing up. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want more damage, you're gonna. You know what I mean? Even with the buff, these basic enemies you're noticing, that's still, 2 swipes. That's 4 hits. You know what I mean? And we need that. Let's go and pull him off. Did it take? Yes, it did. Back him up for souls. And we're going to take this down. So underneath here you will see somewhere you can put a seedling. I wouldn't, do it. I think we could just push forward and, be safe. But if you're worried about it, you can buy more seedlings for 1,200 souls at, the hub area. Now you're going to notice you're going to see a ladder. It's not really going anywhere. Just roll on off. I know it looks crazy. I know. It'll keep you straight. And we are going to buff up again just to make sure we don't lose this buff. We have one of those withered moth ladies down here, guys. And then just like a bunch of little dudes. So, now this is where we're going to get the bowl of revelation. But before we grab that, and keep in mind, there's a little drop off behind her. You could easily fall down. But we do want to clear all these guys out. That way, when we're trying to grab items, we don't have to worry about them. We're going to pop this, get our bowl of revelation. It's actually going to get us another trophy, but that does allow us to, turn in boss remembrances, so it's going to be really, really nice. Now, I'm trying to lock on this rabbit's foot up here. It's called a lucky paw. Essentially, it's, it is a rabbit's foot. Look at that eyeball in the sky. I don't know why I've never noticed that before. It's really creepy, though. So Lucky Paw, if you played Elden Ring, that is actually your silver pickled foulfoot is going to boost item discovery. So we'll be able to buy those from certain NPCs, and it would be nice to have a shit ton of them, because if we're farming up all the weapons and armor from every single enemy type in the game for a platinum, it's gonna, increase the chance of us actually getting those armor pieces, so we don't have to farm for hours. Instead, maybe we could just farm for an hour. I mean, it's still gonna take a lot. It's unfortunate you have to do this for your platinum, but it is what it is, and that is gonna help us out. So we're gonna go this way, get some more vertebrae. Now we're gonna be able to knock down a little shortcut. Where on these ledges, sometimes you see me kind of like swing them back up, so I don't go off the edge. I'll just kind of lure them back. So I know I'm not going to swing and just, end up falling off and killing myself. So do watch that and be careful about it, guys. It's going to take him out. Exit Umbral. Alright, so we're going to drop, get our shortcut. Did not mean to do that. I was literally lighting a cigarette. Yeah, I do smoke. For any haters out there, I was just kidding. But yeah, I was trying to light a cigarette. Didn't mean to fall. We do need to go in Umbral anyways, but I was trying to hold off, you know, as long as I could. But down here, there's usually two guys. Now, if you play your cards right and kind of try to hit this guy from range, they should get closer together, and then you can kind of drop attack and hit both of them. See how that worked out? You do got to kind of pop them from range first for that to work. Now, we're going to siphon this guy, and it's going to be a spiked head guy at the other end. So we want to do is take him down as fast as we can, turn around, and soul plate. If we're lucky, oh no, it's not going to work because we're already in Umbral, damn it. Usually we're showing Axiom, and then that works because that little Umbral bridge is there. Look at that smite going off. Big damage, gotta love it. So you're gonna notice this pathway is blocked off, so this is what's gonna get us to the blacksmith that's going over here. Get your consumables, then we're gonna look up right here, grab this. Oops, wrong thing. Grab that, get some mana back just in case. And going out to this beam. Kind of look up, grab that. Our last and final one will actually be down here. You guys see what I'm telling you not to farm. Look, we're already back up at 5,000. And at the end of last episode, we spent, you know, like 16,000 grabbing levels. So like I said, levels come easy enough. The problem is all the stuff you have to farm up and buy for your platinum. That's, you know, you're going to need to farm for that, unfortunately. And a lot of it. A lot. We're gonna pop that, and over here, we'll be able to grab the Book of Sin, which is your second quest item for Dunmire. You will have one more to get. Now we can kind of just, you know, run back over. Alright, so now we got all that. You cleared the Umbral entity, but you still gotta like pop the door, you know, so do keep that in mind. We're gonna go down here. It's gonna be like two of those little worshiper ladies. Obviously, they're not really gonna try to attack us. You can put a ceiling there, but it's a pointless one to put because this is gonna give us a little elevator, which we can take right up to our vestige. So there's going to be one elite enemy. This will be your third pilgrim's perch key door down there. Gets you a pendant for pure physical builds. Gives you more physical damage and physical damage negation. So if you're doing like a strength build, not using any elementals, that's going to be nice. So make sure you grab your radiant bolts. We're going to buff up and try to get a drop attack on this more elite enemy down here. He's got a prison key, which we do need to free the blacksmith, so we got to take him out. Now there's a dog. These guys suck. We have to fight like three of these. What the hell? We have to fight like three of these dogs while we're also fighting this boss at the same time. It's quite annoying. Get your prison key door or cell door key. Now we can go to the very back here. Go and pop this. Get the Defiant String. It's going to boost resistances to all status effects. Now, ones that target one status effect are going to be better for that status effect, you know, when you're running the numbers. But if you don't have a ring for a certain status effect, that'll at least give you some protection to that status. Let's go ahead and talk to Gerlinda and Sparky. So Sparky is Gerlinda's prisoner. And we're going to get rune tablets, which let us socket runes in our weapons. And eventually you're going to have to pick one side or the other. He's definitely the good guy, and she's definitely a very cruel person. And each one will lead to their own, rewards and stuff like that. And that's much later, but they're going to start talking about that with you, so that's why I'm bringing it up now. Okay, now you got all her dialogue. We're going to go ahead and quit on out, because she's about to move over to the hub area, which, most of the NPCs do. But when she does that, she leaves the cell door open, and we can go on in and get 4 small berylliums. So we should be getting up to a really healthy amount, and then with having this, we'll be able to go ahead back to Skywest Bridge, smack a couple upgrades in our weapons, and then go hit our other path. So, will be pretty helpful. Going out this way to the right leads you to your boss fight, so don't do that yet. You still have a whole other path to do first, because after that it leads on out to the Fen, which is, our next region, so. If we play our cards right, we should be just done with health and endurance by the time we get out of here. So 7 points to get, but we have one remembrance boss, another boss, and that whole side path to get. It's going to jump on over to Skywest Bridge. So I think we need 2,500 to get both weapons up to +2. So what we're going to have to do is go over here, talk to them.
Gerlinda found herself a place to do a little business. She hasn't seen any other Growork since arriving in this shithole, but Growork or human, sturdy armor and lethal weapons are a universal language. Speaking of business, Gerlinde has something you might be able to help with. She's looking for some items. This vining bag of bones left in Mornstead a long time ago.
So he hid the rune tablets, and this is kind of what she's talking about.
Undeserving of what she seeks, traveler. And self-centered besides, you would do well not to aid her.
You know full well the agony as long as you wear those manacles, Sparky.
My name is not...
Silence! Annoying as he is, Sparky does possess certain very rare knowledge, which he refuses to share. But he carves this knowledge in crystal. And now Gerlinda wants those crystal tablets to help in her runesmithing. So, if you find any in your travels, bring them to...
So that's essentially what I was saying.
I will not reveal the locations of the tablets to you, even upon pain of death.
So, and as we find these, they're going to let us start socketing runes and getting more damage on our weapons and other buffs as well. But for now, let's go ahead and do what we can here. So we need 1,500. See what we can actually get away with selling. Any duplicate weapons, any duplicate armor pieces. Like, we know we already got the Pilgrim Hood. It's almost 200 extra souls right there. I don't believe there's anything else. No, because that's the condemned set. Nope, we kept those. We didn't want to put them in storage yet. But, I mean, we got, you know what I mean? Shit, I don't really care for that much we could sell. There we go. And we only had to get rid of one of our, one of our, what are they called? Vigor skulls. Complete brain part there. So we had to get one of our vigor skulls gone. So that's nice. We're still, pretty much saving on the rest, which is gonna be helpful. Now, +2 of each. So we did go from, what was it, 48 to 62 plus your scaling with radiance. And they do get strength scaling too. Is it even though? No. More radiance than there is strength, but still very much worth it. Now we can go over here and get another trophy by handing in the Bowl of Revelations. And we'll actually be able to unlock boss remembrances. So let's go do that. There's your trophy. Past shape present. So now you go over here to offer remembrance. Unfortunately, we can't get her weapon or anything good just yet, but it is here. So as you see, 69 plus 7, you know, which is your scaling, holy only, no physical, but it also has 90 in smite. Now this used to do 100 smite and a lot more holy damage, probably double what it is. It got severely nerfed, and that's because it was like the most powerful weapon in the game when the game first came out. I mean, no one was even using any other weapon because it was just that damn powerful, so they had to nerf it. Still usable, but it's a far cry from what it used to be. This is going to be our main weapon for the build, and then towards the end of the game we'll get more, you know, radiance options. Like there'll be other weapons that do smite where we can kind of pair them up and get smite on both, because for now, as far as faster quick weapons we can pair with this, other stuff will get holy, might be holy and blood loss, but we'll only have smite on one weapon. So we're just going to use this in the end game when we have other weapons with smite. We'll, you know, kind of add to this, and at that point we'll be able to buy more larges, and we can kind of play around with other weapons as well if we want to bring up strength too. But for at least now, for quite a while, this is what we're aiming for. We're 17 Umbral Scourings away. We'll get 10 of those from the Remembrance boss. So all in all, we're only going to be missing 7, you know. So if we could get a few lanterns, you know, pull a few lanterns and avenge some people, we'll be able to do that. I don't think we've got any more though, nope. So we're going to try to find some avenging opportunities to, you know, make up for that, because it'd only be 3 we'd have to do, you know what I mean? So it's not bad. As I said, we're just going to put full sets over here in any weapons we know we're not going to be using. Range we can put up. So if it's a full set, we're going to put it up, like the Descrier set and the Condemned set. Because those are actually, you know, complete sets. So we know if it's in storage, if it's over here, it's a complete set. If it's over here, we're missing pieces, you know what I mean? And that is important, because if we put everything over here, we're not going to know what we're missing for our trophies. It's just going to make things a little bit harder, right? This is the only thing, this is by itself, so we can put that over there as well. Look at that, we got the mask and we got the pants, so what are we just missing? Yeah, we got the shackles. So the shackles, the mask, we got the pants. I think that's all we get from them too. So we need that whole set. Scourge Sisters whole set. Pentient. Do they wear shirts? I'm gonna have to look up if there's a shirt. There's 2. There's a corrupted, then there's the regular. So I think that. So I'm gonna look it up. When we get the full sets, regardless, we will move it over. Throwable items. Only thing we want to keep is the Empiric Grenade if you're doing the same build as us. Not, you know, just whatever you're using, move over. Whatever you're not, don't worry about, right? Bold Revelations. Dunbar. Nope, we still have one more path to take. Now, this path's going to be much easier now, guys. So, from here, I'm going to go back on out the way we went last time. But now we're going to go down into Umbral and go through this little water route. Look at that. Much better damage. Now it's only taking us like 2 hits instead of, you know, 3 or 4, whatever it was. Yeah, big difference in 2 upgrades. I mean, 1 upgrade's, you know, big difference early on, but 2 is really nice. So let's go and enter Umbral. Keep in mind, if you're almost out of health and you're planning on entering Umbral, you might as well just wait until you die. You know, because when you enter Umbral, you get half a health bar no matter what your health is. So if you have full health, it's going to go down to half and half wither. If you're about to get hit and, you know, killed in 1 hit, you're still getting half health and half wither. You do a couple attacks, so you can use that to your advantage. You're about to get killed, you go in Umbral, get half health, half wither, attack a few enemies. Next thing you know, you have a full health bar. You know what I mean? So try to use that to your advantage. So even with our upgrades, we are going to actually buff up over here for our next Moth Lady, which is going to be right here. Take him out. That's okay. You can wither us up. Not care. Really, you don't do her much good. She's dead. Fucking with the right one, lady. So Despair's Burden. So I was wrong. She does have a whole set. Alright. Let's be careful about that. Might go ahead and move her her helm out of storage so we can keep trying to, you know, put her all set together. Alright, so moving forward, we're going to go and siphon all this. Any enemies over here are going to, you know, get popped off. So, like, that one just got killed. That one just got killed. Those two just got killed. That one just got, you know what I mean? Just knocking everybody out of the park. So now we're about to move on up, get our next armor set. It's probably one of the better sets we're going to have for this episode. We're about to get a really nice set. One of my favorite sets. It's pretty simple looking, but it's really nice. It's got a really nice metal shoulder pad. We can dye it gold. It looks really, really, really cool. So that's going to be your antique hollow set. Antique hollow sentinel set, to be exact. Don't plant a seedling right here. I mean, you can if you want, but we'll be able to get through this little to no issue for the most part. I do feel like this path is pretty short, so it's much shorter than the other one. In fact, we just go out here and we're on a deck, and we just run over for a platform. That's it. So as you're going out to the left, break that, grab your stuff. There's Pridebound. I knew it. Pridebound was over here. I thought if it wasn't at the first place, it would have been, you know, in Tower House or something, but it's right here. Let's go and exit Umbral. Once again, we will be getting back into Umbral, but, you know, for that extra life. Now, this lever's for an elevator. You know, Pilgrim's Perch key way later in the game, there'll be another shortcut leading back here, just wrapping everything together. But for now, it means nothing to us. So let's go and buff up. See if we get a drop attack on this setup. Where's he at? Damn, we one-shotted them with their upgrades. Hey, lady. Lady, guy, I don't know what the hell they are. We're just going to kind of circle around, kill everything that's here, then we'll grab the items. Alright, so we can go to this side, going all the way over, you can get a shortcut. This just leads back to that other path we took first. I don't know why I did that, because we're about to enter Umbral, and I just told you guys not to have it, I guess. OCD, seeing only have half a health bar. On Beryllium. On our Holy Sauce, he usually drops a bunch of consumables. Yeah. And he has a spell you need to farm eventually, too. It's like a Radiant Shield. So this is your scripture. That is the third and final quest item for Dunmire from the Pilgrim's Perch, at least. Yeah, he drops like this radiant spell. It looks like a disc from your shield. You go out, do a lot of holy damage. You have to farm that up if you want all the spells in the game. We're actually about to be losing our buff here in a second, so we are going to rebuff. But we'll drop down and take these guys out first. Over here on the ledge is the spike head dude's helm. So this is like a guaranteed spot to get it. You could also farm it off of them. We can put it on for a while. It's really weird looking. You know, but it's a helm. Look at that. It's crazy as hell looking. Like I said, we're about to lose our buff. I knew we were. Lasts a few minutes, but you know, not the longest. Just gonna get our souls. Now, I want to, you know, suggest you guys stay buffed because of the fact that we have, you know, another Wither Moth Lady over here, and a lot of little guys too. Now this is going to get us a pendant. It's going to give us more health. So we can take that ring off and get rid of our fake stats, so we know what our stats actually are. No. Alright, good. Dodge. You guys are about to see why we want more stamina, you know, this early on. So if we get 20/20 early on, we're going to be much better for it. Ooh, regular really in this soon. We can go get the +3 if we wanted to. We're not gonna, but we could. Let's go grab that. Now, I already took off the ring good. So now I can give us a little bit more health. I'm gonna heal up. Now look at that health bar. We're gonna wear this for a bit. Not too long. A good few hours of gameplay for sure. But we're eventually going to get it. So every build has a special pendant, I like to say, specifically for the build. Umbral, Radiance, and Inferno at least, that boost that kind of damage and also raises resistance to the other stuff. So we're going to get one that boosts holy damage, which is what we're going to be doing, especially with Pieta's sword. But it's going to also give us resistance to like Inferno type, you know, like burn and ignite. The raises fire defense, but also boosts holy damage. Now the Inferno one boosts your fire damage and gives you resistance to holy, and the Umbra one raises wither damage while giving you resistances or extra resistances to holy and Inferno. So every build has a special pendant, and these pendants that are specific to these build types, I highly suggest wearing them. I mean, getting a damage boost and increased defenses to everything that's actually able to hurt you. You can't beat that. And we'll get ours soon, and we'll probably wear it the whole game after that point. So we'll take off this pendant then, but it's gonna be a bit, you know, it's not so lower cow wrap, so. Alright, so we are officially done. I was hoping we'd seen a lantern or two we could pull and, you know, actually get, you know, more eyeballs for more umbral scourings, but it didn't work out that way. We're actually really close for a level, so let's just pop a bigger skull real quick. Then we'll go take out our boss. 26. Damn, where's our smallest one? There we go. Because I don't want to, you know, use more than we have to, as these skulls could be really nice to actually just use for upgrades. You know what I mean? If we want to upgrade our weapon or whatever it may be. Alright, so let's go and take down the elevator. But I like to say that kind of stuff for shopping. And what I mean by shopping is paying for weapon upgrades or buying stuff from merchants that we need to buy up. Stuff like that. I mean, we get a lot. I mean, even just killing enemies, they have chances to drop certain bigger skulls. You know what I mean? So, you can get all types of stuff. Now, this boss is going to be a holy archer. So she does holy damage and she fires arrows. These arrows can damn near one-shot you. Maybe not yet. You're taking a little damage for that. But it's pretty much going to wipe you out. At least 2/3 of your health, so you want to watch out for that. So, while you're trying to dodge arrows, you have to fight 2 dogs. So, what we want to do is walk in, kill the dogs, and then kind of dodge your arrows, get up close. Now, up close, she also has a sword to kind of swipe at you with. Just be careful. So we're just being patient, parrying what we can, dodging her arrows, and getting off attacks. Now, if you're fighting her and the dogs come back to life, because they will, just do a soul play on her. Not to damage her, but to buy you time so she's not attacking you. Then kill the dogs. But killing her also takes the dogs out. So if the dogs come back and she's almost dead, don't worry about soul flame, just finish her off.
So,
you know what I mean?
Butchers and I
Let's
did
go and talk to her.
Fuck name's Damaro. It tight, I did cut them down.
So she's gonna have a Deer's Rage, which is gonna boost all damage types. So if you're doing burn, fire, and physical like this weapon does, you'll be able to get all those boosted, right? So it's gonna be quite nice. You only have 200. You gotta make sure you buy everything up from every NPC. So this is kind of stuff we're farming up in between episodes, guys. You know, before we get overwhelmed by so much shit to buy from so many NPCs. So I told you the game plan. We're going in. We're taking out the dogs. They're gonna be over here to the right. Just listen for arrows. Oh, take one right here. Alright. Now they're out. Oh, I forgot you can't take to it. There we go. Big damage. Let's get a charged heavy on her. Look at that. Jesus. Yeah, so she also can teleport. And there you go. So she can be quite challenging or she can be quite easy. But you got a Physic Seed, armor, and sword. Sword's guaranteed. One item's usually always guaranteed from every mini-boss, but whatever you didn't get, don't worry, because as I said, every single mini-boss turns into regular enemies later on, and we'll just, you know, go ahead and farm up whatever we didn't get. So as far as, like, weapons, we can go and put their weapons and swords, but just keep their armor set on you until, you know, we finish up getting what we need. Now we are not going to plant a seedling there because, like I said, they kind of set you up. Oh, plant a seed here, and then you run up 10 foot and find a vestige, and then you just wasted a seedling. You probably really need, right? So, be careful about that kind of stuff. I need 4 more points. We're going to go rest on up. Get ready for the next boss, Congregator of Flesh. So, Congregator of Flesh can do some poison. So, when you get your poison cure, he actually has some you can buy.
Please, I'm going, please.
It gets beckoning.
I'm just
gesture.
putting. You could even say, but. Hello again, friend.
So right here, 250 a pop. So you can actually buy a poison cure. I don't think it's the biggest deal. Also so small beryllium, 10 of them. So if you miss some items weren't following along or whatever it is, and you need to get some upgrades, you can buy these here for 500 bucks a pop. Now he does not restock any of these. He'll get smalls, he'll get regulars. So 10 smalls, 10 regulars, and only 5 larges. We're gonna get those later, but he never restocks. Once you got them, you got them. Can't get them again. So do remember that. We're obviously gonna need every single armor set from him as well for our trophies. We'll get this throughout the game. We've already gotten this, so let's just buy this for now. But yes, so you can't get poison cure for this enemy. I don't think he's gonna be that tough. So this is a Congregator of Flesh. First thing we're going to do, just so we can talk for a second, is go forward, wait for this guy, and take him out of range. He's not going to let us talk. There you go. So Congregator of Flesh is this really big monster. It's the only way I know how to describe him. He does big butt slams, a lot of swipes. Sometimes he'll swipe at you and you'll dodge, and he does a back swipe you want to watch out for. But every time he attacks you and you dodge it, he does leave himself open for a while to really get in some pretty good damage. So we're going to buff up, go on down. If he digs his hand into the ground, get ready to dodge because he'll just like open up his mouth and slide across the whole arena and try to take you out. Now he does have a parasite. You can try to get it if you want, but usually trying to get it and just, ends up just getting you caught by his attacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just gonna ignore it. You're just dodging the shit. Trying to, punish him where we can. As you see, his parasites might, making him invulnerable. Or anything like that, guys. Back swipe. Make sure you're dodging through his slam. As you see, it's not too bad. If you do die here, you can summon Pieta. As you see, he missed, so just open him up. Yeah, but you can summon Pieta if you do, get killed here. Both of you probably just run through them together pretty good. Sneaky little fucker. Yeah, we might get umbrelled. If we do, it's not, a big deal. I'm getting locked in his animations, get greedy, and I'm paying for it. That's why I warned you guys about that kind of stuff. Congregator of Flesh. So this is a remembrance boss. You're going to get 8 Umbral Scourings for that. Your trophies together in death, Vincent Seed, and you also are going to have to remember, if you are in Umbral, make sure you get to Umbral so you can get his, his Stigma, the 2 more Umbral Scourings, and also his boss remembrance. This one I find a bit lackluster. Some of them are like, there's quite a few remembrances you just don't get the best stuff from. This is, definitely one of them. We're not going to plant a seed, and we are not going to exit Umbral. So does that finish playing on out? There should be just a few Umbral Scouring short of our mark for our new weapon. We still got to, get our endurance up anyways. Plus 7 points in radius. It's going to be a bit. Not long. By the time we're done with this gun, we'll have it. We could honestly just kind of stop at endurance right now. I don't want to, but just to reach the stats for this weapon, I think it would be a good choice. And then just kind of go back into endurance. I think that would work out quite nicely. Because I think we're at least 15. Yeah, we're at 16. It's only 4 points. Let's go ahead and get this up to 25. Alright, so now that we've made it here, let's go on back towards the beginning. Just kind of circle over. Actually, yeah, if I said let's go in Umbral, and I'm so worried about getting to the vestige, there's some items to get. So we'll make sure we got them. So this is like your poison swamp area, guys. You're going to be dealing with a lot of poison here. Now these little zombies that are here, like the basic ones, they're going to look like your Umbral guys, but they're going to be in the main world too. But they're actually, their skin, I guess, is a armor type you need to collect. It's really weird, but you do need it. So I did want to mention that. Most of the enemies in this game are Umbral, Inferno, or Radiant, and they're kind of everywhere throughout the whole game. This area, and one more, the Frostbite. This is poison and Frostbite areas. These are really unique areas. These are like the only times you have to collect these armors, so you're going to have to do it here. Whereas, like, you know, the Rogue armor, they're throughout the whole game, so, you know, you'll probably get their whole set by the end of it, so just, you know, keep that in mind. But we are going to press forward over here to the left side. Get your poison arrows here. We'll run back this way, talk to
Onward
Byron.
you march, eh? But you won't find it suddenly, I hope, because take my word, I've got many a... Whether you've in power is us, but don't come still. So the vestiges... Name's Byron.
Alright. Just gonna grab one more point to our radiance. We're only 4 levels away. Yeah. We have enough endurance right now just to buy us some time, and like I said, we're gonna make sure we get straight back into endurance as soon as we can, but it's only 4 levels to be able to use a weapon that can be, you know, really powerful with some upgrades and some stats. So we want that. You know, it's a boss weapon, right? Your first boss weapon. You want it as soon as you can get it. And we have 35 Umbral Scourge. We're only 5 short. That's not many at all. For 3,000, we could buy 3 of those, pull 1 Stigma, and, you know, have our weapon. So definitely a thought. But for now, at least, let's go move on up. There's going to be a few enemies here. Oh, look at that. That's going to be 1 Umbral Scouring right there. So keep in mind, when you are actually avenging lamp bearers, whatever enemy killed them is going to have more health than normal. That's just how it works. They're going to be much stronger than they normally would be without that. So, whoever end up killing them, whoever it may be, just keep that in mind. Now, I thought we would only get up to this point. We wouldn't have much time left on the episode. But since I decided not to do the Pilgrim's Perch Key and all that stuff, it actually gave us more time in the episode. So we're going to go and try to get a couple things done here. Probably progress the first half of this place. Or at least close to it. First third, something like that. We got like a good 20 minutes. There's a lot going on in the zone. There's a lot here. However, it's just not that big. A lot of the areas are like that. They're just not too big. You know, 1 episode, 1.5, 2 at the most for most of these areas. Damn, no drops yet. I want to get these armor sets for these guys. There you go. So they're going to have sleeves, leggings, chest piece, and a helm that you need. And it's, no, it's not really armor, but that's what they're calling it. As you move forward, circle around right here, get some upgrades. And we're going to go enter Umbral. Make sure you stay buffed. So to the left, well, as you go straight, you're going to see a small lady. She's kind of, you know, still an Umbral. She's not going to come out until you get this weapon. So this is Angel's Axe. Colossal Great Axe, pure physical, no elemental stuff. And while you don't really need to have some crazy elemental weapon in most Souls games, in this game, I would say it's more likely that you should. They have so much stuff going on with the elements in this game, more than usual, you know, so Well, this is a decent choice now. You probably do better with buffing it, or you're gonna have. Well, you're definitely gonna have better choices later. So, I'd be careful how far you take your upgrades, because you might regret it later when you get a better choice. So for now, we're gonna go on around. We want to go up this. Just gotta lead back to the vestige, give us a nice little shortcut. Surrounded by shit. What you do? Look at this. Fucking crazy, man. So this is your second enemy type in this zone. Actually third, because you have the guys with the big beaks that don't poison at you. So that's 3 armor sets you need. 3 more on top of the other 10, 12 enemy types we've already seen. So it's already, that's what I told you guys. Take it slow every time you get to a new area. Farm all those armor sets, because eventually, and already we're only in our second true zone here. As Red Corp's tutorial area, we have almost 15 enemy types. Like, that's 15 sets you need already, and we're just getting started. It's like I said, it's quite overwhelming. Or it can be. Did we not avenge the lamp fair? We pulled the lantern and literally killed everything in sight. But okay, that's cool, I guess. Take him out. Small Derillium, we're going to buff up. Then we're going to enter Umbral and get our first side path done. So this is going to kind of just wrap you around where we fell through the platform and fought the Congregator of Flesh. If you guys remember, there's like an item across the dock there, and this is how we're going to get that. There's going to be like 2 or 3 guys huddled over here. So there's a big beak guy. I don't know what he's called. So that's, 1 armor set you need right there, right? Then you got this guy, the warrior, and then you got the little zombie dude. So, want to keep that in mind, guys. But now up ahead, we're going to have our tutorial boss. As I said, the alternative regular enemies. They're called the Holy Bulwark. I don't know about now because it's super early in the game. Eventually, he's going to become the best large Derillium farm you have. Like, period. There's not a better one. There's some enemies that people swear are better farms, but every time I try to kill them, for one, they're much harder to get down. But I never get any drops from them. It's, very in-game too, so. Now, I'm not saying he can't drop any right now. It's just highly unlikely because how early we are. He might be a regular Derillium farm. Holy shit, he actually dropped it. That's fucking crazy. I was just talking shit so we could actually have a farm this early. God. That's just really, really unlikely that happened. But yeah, so farm away, guys. It's going to be a low drop chance, probably. They're not the highest drop chance anyways, but, they're alright. So yeah, farm him as much as you want. Those larges are rare. I would stock way the fuck up on those. Get as many as you can. Because every weapon you want to fully upgrade through all the tiers is going to take like 20 larges per weapon. Think of that. If you're dual wielding, that's like 40 of them, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and hit this guy with some range stuff before we go to Umbral. Let's kind of go, roll off. So as we go across this bridge, there's going to be some little guys popping up behind us, like the little, Umbral zombie guys. They want to really, what they're trying to do is wait till you get across, and then they want to attack you. That's typically how they roll. They love getting behind you. Alright, we'll get those souls. Now, if you're worried about it, you could rush forward all the way down there. There's a ladder that gives you a shortcut right to your vestige. But I think we'll be okay to push on a bit. You still have 4 heals. Yeah, we're about to buff up, but even if you're worried about your mana, you got plenty of mana stone clusters if you've been taking out these Umbral enemies and getting the drops like I have. They're coming for us anyways. That was dumb, buddy. Yeah, that wasn't too smart on y'all's part. There's actually another Holy Bulwark up here too, so if you did want to farm the largest, you have a little loop you could do going up that ladder, then getting the shortcut right here, and you can go on up and have 2 holy bulwarks to farm. So, twice the chance of getting a drop. What the fuck? I've never seen that happen before. I don't know. It might happen like YouTuber luck or something. I've heard of this YouTuber luck. I've never had it. Usually I have bad luck when I'm doing these walkthroughs. Like, if something can go wrong, it does. I end up, like, raging out. No, I don't. I get irritated, though. But right now, it seems like we're doing pretty good. Like, having really good luck. That's already enough to bring a weapon up to +6. Since I get a few more regulars, it's crazy. 60% upgraded. Hopefully keep damn, I kind of want to just keep farming these guys. If I knew you guys were going to do the same thing, but I don't want to feel like I'm ahead of anybody, because, you know, that's not going to translate. If I'm more powerful than you guys, I'm going to have the easier time. I'm doing the walkthrough. It should be harder for me, if anything. But when it's right there in our face and we could fully upgrade a weapon, or really close to it, you know, keep farming all the way till we get up to +9, that'd be crazy, you know, but we could, technically. We're not gonna suggest it. I mean, I'm gonna suggest it, but I'm not gonna do it myself, you know. If you guys want, you know, keep farming these guys. Obviously, if I get them from regular drops, I'm gonna use them as soon as I can, but I'm not gonna, like, farm to get ahead of you guys or nothing like that. Anyways, moving forward, we can go on down here, get this shortcut back. Like I said, if you wanted to farm them, go out that way, go up that ladder, just do the big circle. You have 2 holy bulwarks right here. From here, we're going to go to enter umbral and buff up, as we have to go fight our gremlins. I hate these guys. I can't stand them. They have very just obnoxious movesets, so to say. And the only time you ever have to fight them is when you're in a tight spot like this, a cave, and you can't swing your weapon because it's bouncing off everything. Now, these aren't going to be too bad early with their buffs and stuff like that. And this cave does have a little bit of room to swing your weapon, but typically it's just, it's horrible. People are probably like, oh, that doesn't look so bad. What is he talking about? You'll see. When the game goes on a bit, you know, you deal with these guys in multiple areas and they're getting stronger. You get to actually see their movesets. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And now we got all that. We can go on down. Roll off here. And rest on up. Keep trying to pump that radiance up a bit. Ooh, so close. Yeah, we only need one of these. Like I said, it's so close. It's so close. We're only 2 points short. Let's see how much it is for level. I'll probably have the skulls for this, honestly, but that would be 31. So we'd need, like, what, 6,300? Yeah, we don't have that much. We almost do. If we did that and sold shit, we would, but I'd rather save those. We still don't have enough scourings anyways. 3,000, we could buy the rest of the ones we need. So we'll wait off. Alright, from here, we're going to go straight out, drop down. We're going to break this little bamboo, or whatever you want to call it. Get on through here. Curse Worm Ring is going to add 1 to strength and agility. So if you're doing quality builds, it'll give you another point in each stat. It's not the best, but, you know, something for now. Also, if you use the Pilgrim's Perch key, you can get the Brawn Ring, and that adds 3 to strength, helping you reach requirements, you know. We're just kind of going around, making sure we're killing everything right here. But we do want to stay back. There's these guys on stilts over there, and as you see, they're firing poison at you. If we get sent to Umbral, it is going to make it easier to kill them. we're about to get set to our rule, so we'll deal with them. But we're about to start working our way to the left. Just keep that in mind. But you know. Alright, so we just went straight ahead. We took him out. Let's deal with this so they don't hatch. There's gonna be little poison dogs as well, guys. That's what I call them. That's what they look like, little dogs. Usually you see one by now. Where is he? Because I don't want him getting on us. Let me shove these guys as well. Alright, so we went a full circle. And that's where we're actually trying to go. So I'm going to go back to show you guys. This is where we dropped down. That was the ladder. So if you just drop straight there and go to the left, I just wanted to clear all these guys so we weren't having people firing stuff at us. That doesn't make more sense, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. Looks like we do have a straggler though. A couple of them. Let's get these guys going. I don't want them interfering with what we have to do. We're about to do some NPC quest stuff. Just don't want, you know, any company. So now they're all taken out. Go forward. We're going to switch from this to our hand. Put your appearing grenade. Oh. Put that on her.
Oh,
now we can talk to her, get another pendant.
Since you seem to know these things but and good, I only have. If I'd never trust. Well, but look, I feel like meet me at the bridge, and it seemed in this. Then we'll talk. I don't, but I bear in mind. I don't, but I bear in mind.
Now we have her dialogue. Another time we're gonna quit on out. It's you get pretty accustomed to it, guys. Don't worry, you get pretty accustomed to it. Happens quite a bit. So with her gone, she's actually going to jump back over to Skyrest Bridge, and we can actually go get a new catalyst. So this is the Wheel Marks catalyst. We got it at +1. It's funny, when I have this modifier on, oh no, it's not plus anything yet. When I had this modifier on before, is it not on? Oh my god. I never put it on. I told you guys to, but I never did. Well, that sucks. It'll be okay. For me, so this game is already going to be much easier for you guys than it is for me, because I'm not going to be finding pre-upgrade loot. And I thought I was. Either way. So with that, it's going to be a much better choice of a catalyst. So, now with Kukujin's Quest, there's two things. You can do Kukujin's Quest, like I said, 3 playthroughs, guys. No matter what you stack up, it doesn't matter. It's 3 playthroughs for a platinum. I've tried everything. It's going to take 3. So because of that, I want to mention this now so everyone knows what they're doing and what we're doing. If you want to do Kukujin's Quest, you can go ahead and do it. That gets you Poison Goblin, need for platinum. You can do Kukujin's Quest to get the trophy this first playthrough. Doing so, she wants 1/3 of your souls to help you in boss fights. 1/3. It's going to keep you low level, especially with all the armor sets you have to buy up, all the pendants and rings and weapons and all that stuff, you know, for your collector stuff, you know, for your trophies. Not only that, but if you do her quest, you will not be able to get the Dark Crusaders class this playthrough. So you're going to have to choose Kukujin's Trophy or the Dark Crusaders class. Now, if we don't do Kukujin's Quest, we can kill her and get her sword, which says blood loss and poison, and her shield. So we're just going to not do her quest, so it's not keeping us low level for one. But also, because I'd like to unlock as many secret classes as I can in a single playthrough. So we'll get one from whatever ending we do. And then, you know, we'll probably just do the basic Radiant one. I don't know, Umbral's the hardest one to get, but I am going to go through New Game Plus with you guys, so. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking if I just do the Umbral ending, show you guys all the harder stuff, you can just get your platinum on your own after that, then do the easier stuff on your own. So maybe we'll go for Umbral ending. But regardless, you are going to have to choose between Dark Crusaders class and Kukujin's Trophy this playthrough. Regardless, you have 3 playthroughs anyway, so her quest works better for New Game Plus, like hands down. You know, you already got a full build put together, you already got good stats put together at that point, so first playthrough should be about getting your character together getting as much good stuff as you can as far as spells, boss weapons, and all that. And then second playthrough, you're just trying to buy up all the shit, the rest of the stuff, and do, those quests like that. But I want to let you guys know now, that's all. Now, after you get your saintly quintessence, and that was just straightforward route of the cave, you can't really miss it. We're just going to work our way up to that building, get up top here, and put a seedling in probably the best place you can here. And we have officially ran out of time. Thank God, because I progressed way too much of this zone. I didn't even mean to. But it kind of just happened that way. Let's go and rest on up. So before we close out, there is some stuff to do at Skyrest Bridge. For one, we never turned in Dunmar's quest items, and that's just simply because I forgot. There's so much going on.
The
And
described
we also have another upgrade.
Many of them
to get.
won't believe it, and yet, is that not a sign?
So let's go and get our
Our
upgrade.
holy word continue.
Put this up at +5 already, or +3 technically, but 5 heals.
Radiance flow through me and into you.
And I'll typically save stuff like this for the end of episodes, like, we never went over our boss remembrance either, Let's go on over here, and we'll talk about the Congregator of Flesh. Like I said, it's also really lackluster. Like, if it was a really good one, we wouldn't have wasted time, we would have came right for it. But you get this 13 strength, 13 radiance, but it does physical and wither, no holy, no smite, none of that stuff. Just physical, wither, and it's a boss weapon. Kind of a letdown. And also, you have Flesh Tide, unleash a shower of rotting body parts and assorted fluids. This is for Umbral builds. I didn't use it on my Umbral build, never caught my attention, but if you want to use it, you can. It's there. That weapon is there. Keep in mind, you need all this stuff for your platinum, so that means you do have to go by that, and there's so many boss remembrances, and some of them have like 12 items. It's freaking absurd. That's another reason you can't do it in a single playthrough, as much as we're gonna try to do it, you know what I mean?
Chosen bearer of the lamp, like you I serve.
We might get enough Umbral Scourings here soon enough to actually get Pieta's weapon. If not, I mean, we all have the same stuff here. We could all just kind of sell 3,000 souls worth of shit with these and items that we are able to actually sell, and just buy the 3 we're missing if we wanted to just, like, progress stuff. Like, we have doubles here, so we could obviously sell that, you know what I mean? Get to 3,000 and buy the 3 we're short, but, I'll think about it. But we might just kind of wait until we naturally get those, so I know for sure everyone has the same stuff. Now from there, before we run out of time, let's go down here, talk to Dunmire. Remember, you need all the radiant spells. You have to buy all the spells from Dunmire, all the armor sets from Dunmire, all your radiant stuff from Dunmire. So, turn in these quest items is going to unlock more items with Dunmire.
While even all facets.
Pretty much every area you do in the game, there's quest items for Dunmire. You turn that in, and his inventory will expand, and Philip's remembrance bosses will also expand his inventory.
Whatever purpose, they are nothing but. You serve a higher purpose, Crusader.
So nothing yet, but if we went and saved or rested real quick, he would actually have more items. Let's go and do that real quick before we run out of time. Doing pretty good though, guys. We're only in the second region. We already got 5 heals. We're about to get a boss weapon. We've already, got a good amount of health, stamina, radiance. So looking really good so far. I'm really happy with how it's going. So as you see, he got a new armor set because of that. Right here, it's actually one of my favorite sets, especially early on. Really nice with chains. That, and that. And then the helm from the next set we're about to get next episode. It's going to be really nice armor early on. So right now, I don't have the souls for it, but we'll use some of our boss souls to get this stuff and get fresh. We'll be looking like we have in-game armor on by next episode. It's quite crazy. We could also go over here and talk to Eb.
There's a point, but if you and I suggest
or
naturally
Andreas,
frozen, they also can take and
he's gonna give me the 5 key.
That the rest, even without the men of all, they need someone before they all. You look
I wouldn't
tired.
go
You
there.
look tired, friend.
I would not go there yet, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's very high level. Even when we do go there towards, the back half of the game, everything's gonna kill us in 1 or 2 hits. You know, that's with 30 health, and yeah, so it's quite a nightmare over there. So I would not do it yet. Plus, I haven't checked, did testing, and with my notes and all that to see if it's gonna progress side quests and lock us out of stuff. So let's not even take the risk. But at least we got it, and that's what's important. Now, also, you can go down here and talk to Kukujin. I'm out of time this episode, but you can go talk to her and get her quest started and just summon her for boss fights, and we'll cover that next episode. But we are going to wrap up here. We'll see you guys back next episode to wrap up the Finn.